Hi, my name is Svend. I'm the Supervising Director of Animation at Relish. I'm originally from Germany, Hamburg, Germany, came to Vancouver, Canada in 2008 and became a dual citizen in 2019. I am pretty much 100% digital at this point. I used to draw a lot with pencil and paper and with markers, and I love traditional animation, so I used to animate at home sometimes on an old animation desk that I had. Over time, I just kind of got used to digital more and more, and it just kind of naturally progressed into that, so there wasn't really, a one defining moment where I stopped. But yeah, at this point, 100% digital. I'd say about 50-50 at this point. 40-60. I still am more of a night owl than I am an early bird, just because I struggle getting up early in the morning. That being said, I just love working when it's dark outside. I am self-taught for the most part as far as drawing and illustration stuff is concerned. Obviously, I went to animation college to study animation, where I learned a few different things outside of animation, and we had life drawing classes, we had traditional animation classes, so those did help with drawing, but for the most part, I would say about 80% self-taught in that respect. And then as far as animation's concerned, I went to college for that, so schooled. Jungle Book and Treasure Planet. Those two movies when I grew up were my favorites. Now the list has only grown. Obviously, Jungle Book, Treasure Planet, I still love those movies. But Ghost in a Shell, the original, just gorgeous animation. Kira, Princess Mononoke, Nausicaa. Those are huge on my list. My go-to comfort food is German food. There are a few different moments that I can think of, but one specifically that stands out is when I watched Cowboy Bebop, the TV series, for the very first time. My drawing style has always been, very inspired by anime and manga, and Cowboy Bebop was, when after watching that for the very first time, my most favorite anime ever back then. It kicked my interest in anime and the inspiration of anime on my drawing style into the next gear, if you want to call it that. Used to be able to work with music, so I sometimes just go straight to ambient sounds, be that nature sounds or be that music that's almost like white noise, but very long, drawn out, slow kind of tones that are changing. My parents both are graphic designers. They met each other in college. So, my family's always been very creative. Growing up, I saw that. I loved drawing as a kid. I've been drawing for as long as I can remember. I loved watching Saturday morning cartoons, Disney movies, and so on. And to me, what my parents were doing was interesting but boring because it wasn't moving. So, to me, watching Disney movies and that desire to make things move kind of just pushed me in the direction of animation, and so I've pretty much known most of my childhood that animation is what I wanted to pursue. Unreal Engine. It wasn't until last year that I picked up Unreal, and I do wish that I would have started sooner, because then I would be further along than I am right now. This might be a cheesy answer, but pretty much everything. Like I get inspired from everywhere. Like I love being out in nature. My personal like place of relaxation and, you know, inspiration and respite, I guess, if you want to call it that, is the forest. You know, when going into any forest. And you know, beyond that, obviously I draw inspiration from medieval themes, from video games, from anime, from you know, Western art and animation, and everything has like a huge influence on the stuff that I create. I mean, my go-to music genre is usually ambient, lo-fi, chill hop, you know, even like coffee kind of jazz, because it calms my mind down. Whatever sounds good to my ears, pretty much. But my go-to, at the moment anyway, is more like the ambient, chill kind of music. You know, first starting out, like, obviously there are always projects where I kind of wish like I could have helped out a little bit. You know, I would have loved to be part of Lord of the Rings, being like an extra on set. As far as, you know, animating on a movie or yeah, essentially being part of the VFX team or so goes, I don't think that I want to be on any project that I like watching, because to me, I guess over the years I've just kind of realized that destroys some of the magic. You know, I don't think I'd love, say, Lord of the Rings nearly as much if I knew the movie before the movie even came out. Since 2011. I went to college from 2009 to 2011, and then about a week later or so, I started my first gig in the animation industry. Yeah, I try to make my space as cozy as I can, and you know, right now, obviously, I'd love to have more space. Be nice to have more space, because I used to have a stand-up desk, and I do miss stand-up desks. Get a couple more of the monitor I have behind me. That monitor is amazing. I'd probably get the Xencelabs 24 Pro, pen display. You know, not to make an ad out of this, but the pen display 24 from Xencelabs. If I would have known, or if that would have existed when I got my Cintiq 24 Pro, I probably would have gotten that. So, yeah, I would have one of those in my workspace setup as well. I was not paid to say this. I guess my advice be just look at what other people around you are creating. Surround yourself with other creative people. As frustrating or as demoralizing as that can be sometimes when you see other people's stuff, especially, I don't know, I find something about younger people making stuff that looks more awesome than I've ever made at their age or I'm making right now is kind of depressing. That being said, it's also extremely motivating in general, just to look at other people's art. It inspires me to work harder to you know, make the type of games that I want to make.